This is how I'm fitting in dieting and eating healthy for the summer while being a med student and an entrepreneur. Day 29 out of 100, and it's a Sunday. I'm on cardiology next week. I've been packing a lunch recently. The lunch has been a boiled chicken breast and one of these. These little rice guys, they're really good, but super plain and boring. So I'm gonna start putting some Old Bay seasoning. If you've never had it, it's excellent, on white rice, and doing ground beef for lunch. And then I've been doing like a protein bar or two between the time of waking up and lunch, and it hasn't been making me feel full. So in an effort to feel more full and get more food in, I'm going to chop up some peppers and onions and some broccoli and mushrooms, and I'm gonna make mini omelets. And Gabe's gonna have to listen to me vlog while I'm doing this. You can go get your wallet. I'm not live or anything. Yeah, so that's the deal. Like, this isn't breakfast, you know? Like, it can be breakfast, but like, why would this be my breakfast when I could have eggs, vegetables, cottage cheese, egg whites, a little bit of cheese? Like, I'm just gonna feel better. So that's what I'm up against right now. I'm gonna try to make this quick because I have other things to do. I gotta get to the gym. I'm speaking to a radiologist later, and I need to work on business stuff. So another just go kind of a situation. And all right, here's a quick onion cutting hack for those that don't know. So you have the two butts of the onion. I don't really know what they're called. I'm gonna call them butts. Cut them off. All right, we'll just leave that there for now. Then you cut it straight down the middle. I like to peel the skin off here. It's the only time you have to peel the skin off. Boom, boom. I don't even know who taught me this trick, but boy, is it a lifesaver. So then you have your onion like this. What you want to do is you're going to make vertical cuts about 2 to 3 millimeters between each other, but not touching the end, because you want to keep this intact. So you want to leave, you know, like this much room at the edge of the onion. All right, so like that. All right, so you got to be careful. Kind of just like do that. I forget what that motion's called. I'm basically just moving my arm back and forth like this very gently, because I don't want to pierce through the other side of the onion, because you'll see why in a second. So I go down. Be extremely cautious when you're going down that this doesn't slip and hit your thumb, because then you can't cut onions again. Okay, so don't do that. You could also rest your thumb gently on the tip of the knife, cut straight down and back if you don't feel comfortable. That's actually probably the preferred method, right? And when you get good, you won't need your thumb. You could use your thumb as a guide. Okay, so, you know, just, I don't want people to hurt themselves after they watch this video. And then I get a text or a call saying, hey, I'm bleeding. So, all right, we're done here. So now we have the etched out onion, okay? But the edge is preserved, so it's still in one piece. What that allows you to then do is start making your cuts the opposite way. And for the purposes of this video, I'm gonna put this off so you can see they're perfectly diced onions, which is pretty amazing. And I will be placing them with the red onions. I'm sorry, the red peppers. But what I do, it's even easier, is you go down about 2 to 3 millimeters, make your cut, and then it holds on the knife, not that piece, but holds on the knife, and you could just toss it right off in a bowl. So that's kind of the workflow for cutting onions for me. See, look at that. Look how nice that is. It's not even on the cutting board. And I'll show you guys. I'm just plopping it right on in here. Boom. Like that. All right. So hopefully that helps someone. I was in college, we were roommates, and I saw a bag that looked like this in the fridge with, I believe it was peppers, onions, and broccoli. And he was making omelets every morning and just kind of taking a handful of the bag, put it in a pan, kind of like what I just did. And, that was just an easy, like, 1-2, no sous chefing it. And I was like, that's brilliant. So that's what we're doing. And I may break these down into omelets, but such a good idea, such a time saver and a hack. Instead of getting the cutting board out, getting all the vegetables out and prepping every single morning, you're done. So I know it sounds so easy. It's like, all right, yeah, like cut your vegetables ahead of time. Easy, right? But like the reminder is honestly good for me and maybe good for you, because it really helps. It really helps. It's just the little things that are just like, okay, I have this in place, I have this in place. You start making systems for yourself, and all of a sudden those systems become routines. They become ingrained in you. You start feeling compelled to do them, and then it's like you're not even feeling like you have to do them. You're just doing them. You're just on autopilot. Like I'm going to the gym today. It's already on autopilot. I've checked what time it closes. I know I'll get there. I know I'll give myself an hour and a half. Done. It's not even a question if it's happening. The bigger issues I face are like, how am I going to get up in the morning, Monday through Friday, and eat a healthy breakfast, a healthy lunch, a good pre-workout meal, have a good workout, good post-workout meal, get the cardio in, get everything else I have going on in my life in, and maintain that over the long run. And so putting things into action, like just prepping your vegetables, is really nice because not only do you have them prepped and it's easy, but you're almost looking forward to it. You're almost like, I set this whole thing up. Like let's reap the benefits of the process. Like let's eat a delicious omelet with plant-based cheddar style cheese. So that might be garbage, but we'll see. All right, that's it. Pretty hungry right now. I am going to eat, so see you in the next one. All right, as DJ Khaled would say, major key alert. Shout out to Brandon Neway for putting me onto this. You do an omelet, okay, but you put cottage cheese in it instead of regular cheese. It'll make it creamier. It'll make the eggs taste better. You're increasing your protein and you're dropping your fats because I don't like cheese. I like eating cheese, but I don't like the way cheese makes me feel, and doesn't really help my output in the gym. So, cottage cheese. Just some good blood, just good blood, Start with the weight you can handle, do 12 to 15 reps, make them easy, try to contract your pecs, try to retract your shoulder blades. Your legs shouldn't be bobbing up and down the whole time when you're doing reps. That doesn't help anyone, okay? You want to be sturdy, you want to be without movement. That's hard for me. I typically sometimes shake a leg. Sometimes, you have a tendency to shake a leg, but you really want to be pretty locked in. A little thoracic rotation. A little bit of that. It's going to help me better retract my back on the next reps.
maybe 10, 12 years. So I know what I'm doing. My body knows what it's doing. I don't know that I know what I'm doing. My body knows what it's doing. So feet are set 50s, feet are set 75s. Now it's time to move some freaking weight. Not bad. Wanted 6, think I got 5. Okay, cool. So a couple sets down, second exercise, we're gonna do just a chest press, okay? I've never used this machine, not sure how valid it is. The weights that are loaded feels like I could get a good arc. I typically drop the seat all the way down. Might be a function of my height. I also just prefer kind of starting a little lower, regardless of if it's a low push or like a mid chest push or like an incline. Just like to have the seat low. I don't love it, but it'll probably do. The reason I don't love it is because I prefer to push out as opposed to inwards so much. It just feels like they're forcing it, like the design of the machine is kind of forcing getting like, you know, this motion, which I guess is the most ergonomic, you know, but we'll probably have to play around with it a little bit, get it right, and then maybe, just maybe then, will we get a pump at my best. We're back. A little chest fly action. Alright, so at this point in the workout, you don't have to go crazy on the warm-up sets because you're warmed up. So that's a warm-up set. Same thing, heavier weight. We're done with flies. That sucked. Excuse me, Vips. Can I successfully do them without this pad right now? Probably not. Might as well just go for a little burnout action. Still thinking about the chest, even though I have these on closer to my body. So I mean, honestly, I probably wouldn't do this much volume between the dumbbell chest press and the flies and now the dips. It's actually a lot at this point for me. So usually I'll just stick to 2, max 3 exercises, but we got the camera out already, so we're doing a little bit more than normal. I feel my tricep tendon getting very tight on these, so I'm going to be cognizant of that and not go crazy on the weight and not push myself to where I feel like I'm gonna get injured. It's constantly on my mind, constantly, because I like to do this every day. So if I get injured, I can't do it every day. So I have like 55 pounds on here. So, you know, the more weight you add to the pad, the easier it is because it's pushing you up. So if you could do weighted dips with 4 plates hanging from your belt, God bless you. It's never been me. Maybe one day I'll work up to it. But I like to just take these super slow, like 2 to 8 second rep range per rep and just feel it. Try to activate my lower chest as best as I can. That's the goal with this exercise, is lower chest. Totally bailed on that last one. Just caught up to me real quick. We'll do 5 more, and that'll be our 2 sets here, and then we're done. I like to take the 5 more after like 15 to 25 seconds, so I just like barely drop my heart rate by 20 beats per minute. Now I'm 130, so we're good. Big deep breath. Okay. So I meal prepped some stuff and I'm excited about it, so I'd like to share. This is the same Primavera brand, frozen vegetables from Costco. Probably just gonna warm them up like this. This is gonna make me feel full. Then I have a pound of 93.7 ground beef, which I slightly overcooked. Well, at least it looks like it. I'm not really sure yet. And honestly, I'll just put this sauce on it. Just easy. Like, I don't feel like dealing with making a sauce right now, so we're gonna do that. And then I made Greek yogurt, also from Costco, and then 1 Honeycrisp apple, teaspoon of honey, and some cinnamon. So that's either gonna be breakfast or pre or post lunch. We'll see. And that's it.